Romance, take a chance, one glance. Paint it blue, end up with a rain dance. Just a bit stronger, an honor and a monster. Yeah, I gotta say I want this longer. Can't find this anywhere. Constant calm inside, yeah. Waves above stand by, yeah. Feeling calm inside, yeah. Won't find us anywhere. Constant calm inside, yeah. Waves above stand by, yeah. Feeling calm inside, yeah. Can't find this anywhere, anywhere. Yeah, I want this longer. Won't find this anywhere, anywhere. How I've always wondered. Yeah, I want this longer. Won't find this anywhere. How I've always wondered. Took a chance, in a trance, painted red, where's the romance? Took a chance, one glance, painted blue, ended on a rain dance. Now a bit stronger, not alone with a monster. Yeah, I gotta say I want this summer. Can't find this anywhere. Constant calm inside, yeah. Waves above stand by, yeah. Feeling calm inside, yeah. Won't find us anywhere. Constant calm inside, yeah. Waves above stand by, yeah. Feeling calm inside, yeah. Can't find us anywhere, anywhere. Yeah, I want this longer. Won't find this anywhere, anywhere. How I've always wondered. Yeah, I want this longer. Won't find this anywhere. How I've always wondered. Constant calm inside, yeah. Waves above stand by, yeah. Feeling calm inside, yeah. Feeling calm inside, yeah. Constant calm inside, yeah. Waves above stand by, yeah. Feeling calm inside, yeah. Feeling calm inside, yeah. Constant calm inside, yeah. Waves above stand by, yeah. Feeling calm inside, yeah.
Gaming Morning Show.
Tell your friends, tell your mom, Gaming Morning Show is on.
Wait,
Austin, your mom is here?
No.
Why did I look over where Bob is?
Austin, your mom is here?
Is she over there?
I sure hope not.
Is she in the box?
Whoa.
I haven't seen her in like 2 days.
Get out of here, Beelin. I just got the new marble tile installed and you'll mess up the grout. Besides, like our friend Oh Guitar Boy said,
Sorry, KK.
it's time for the clinically acclaimed Gaming Morning Show. Or should I say, award-winning.
And we have a clip of the year, friends. It is the Lost City of D live.
Glad we won.
Woo! Burp, burp, burp.
Kiki Lowe is in search of something.
I need a D that works.
There's the D. Searching in the universe because the D is currently broken.
Gaming Morning Show won clip of the year.
Oh my gosh.
But don't you dare expect to put that Chris Emmy Memorial Clip of the Year trophy in this
I
box.
probably should have prepared something more special.
I'm getting the walls repainted soon. Now where to put the chandelier or the bearskin rug? Oh, and the piano, can't forget that.
Maybe there is somebody in the world that can help her. Maybe somebody who sings a song.
6 to 9 a.m. Pacific. If you wanna get specific, I couldn't imagine any other place to go than to start the day with the Gaming Morning Show.
Morning, gamer. It's Gaming Morning Show. Thanks for being along with us for the ride on Wednesday, February 9th, 2022. I am Hefty Goof. That is, well, Sports.Gaming. Good morning to you, Sean. It is one of the toppest of mornings, if you think about it. It's exciting to have everyone hanging out with us on the show. Whether it's on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, or GamingMorningShow.tv, you can follow us on Twitter at WatchGMS. 3 action-packed hours ready for you today. I'm very excited also to have Dexter Adams joining us coming up at about 7:25 a.m. Pacific time today. We're going to talk about life or Toys to Life games, which I've never actually played. Have you ever had a chance to play one of these games before?
Yeah, we played Lego Dimensions as a family for a while, and that was pretty fun.
What's the premise?
The game itself had like the story had like an explanation for what was going on, but basically you had a physical like gate looking thing that you built out of Legos. And that's how you put the different Lego pieces on. And some of the Legos were characters, so you could add in different characters into the game to play as. Some of them were like vehicles or weapons that you would put on to put into the game. And all of them had their like Lego counterparts that you would have to build before you could use them. And it's fun.
Yeah, I'm excited to learn more about these, especially some of the ones that maybe you didn't know ever existed, because I certainly know nothing about these games, right? So I'm excited to talk to Dexter coming up at 7:25 a.m. Pacific time today. Top of the Moron, I Am JF Down started things off in the pre-HC at 15 after 5 o'clock Pacific time, and then and it was almost like I think Downs is kind of cheating a little bit, because Downs was like, hey, I'm here, but also I'll be back before the show starts.
I'm here, but I'm not like really
yeah,
here.
So were you really here, Downs? Kate Zaid picked up the slack, though, 39 after 5 o'clock, kept everyone going all the way until Kiki Lowe showed up. So Kiki's here as well. Scott checked this morning, and Drew Mega has already checked in this morning as well.
First!
So it's good to see everyone who is here, because today is one of the classic GMS topics of the day, and that is the one, the only, it's National Pizza Day. So we get a chance to talk, right? Right? Did you call in sick to work?
No, but I think I know what I'm going to do for lunch.
I think there's a good chance that everybody knows what they're going to do for lunch now, because this is the day that we get to celebrate pineapple on pizza. Pineapple. I'm still here. Like, I expect to say pineapple on pizza, and then like I disappear or something.
Yeah, nothing else too. Like maybe a little sauce, but no cheese, no other toppings. Just pineapple.
Cheese is the worst on pizza. Gross. Who would like that? Oh man.
See, I don't mind pineapple, but that's not what I'm having today.
I have occasional hankerings for pineapple on pizza. Maybe like 1 in every 10. Right?
Yeah.
Maybe even lower. But pineapple is fine on pizza, okay? Just chill out. Although Drew Mega gave us a great big no. Forgive me if I'm paraphrasing or interpreting that differently. Triggered. Lol. Yeah, I agree with Sean. Pineapple on pizza, occasionally, sometimes actually paired with pepperoni, I think is low-key underrated.
It's better than Hawaiian.
Yeah, I like Canadian bacon when it's in like triangles, when Canadian bacon's like the full circle, and then you have to take the bite of Canadian bacon and like really use your teeth to rip the Canadian bacon apart, or else it takes like everything with it.
Yep.
Pass.
Yep. No thanks.
So this is not a good topic of the day for you, in the sense that we always like to say, what's the best pizza? And not only is Sean hesitant to like to name the best or favorite of things, but also Sean really likes a variety of pizzas. So this is particularly tough, I imagine.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to choose between my children and pick a favorite. I love all of them. They all have something special about them. And they all have a place. Especially, I mean, pizza. And I feel like we've had this exact conversation before. And we'll probably have it again because we like to talk about pizza. But each type of pizza place has its place. From the fancy pizzeria, one of our favorite chains. There's two of them. Our favorite local pizza places. To the cheap fast food style pizzas like Pizza Hut and Domino's, and heck, even Little Caesars has a place. It's a cardboard tasting place, but it has a place. To frozen pizzas also have a place in the world.
I would
They're all special.
defend Little Caesars a little bit harder, but not for their pizza, but for their like deep dish like pepperoni sticks. It's like they took a piece of base and just filled in cheese about this tall, like inches of cheese, and then threw some pepperoni on there. So it's basically like mozzarella sticks of pepperoni, but they burst open into flavor. Yeah,
That sounds delicious.
kind of like the cocoon from Aliens.
But with pizza.
Someone help me land my metaphor. It's not going well. Earthling Gaming is here. Good morning to you, Earthling.
Top of the Mora!
It is good to see you. We're basically going to have you now answer the question.
What's for breakfast?
Because we've already talked about
Pizza.
breakfast. Down said I had pizza for breakfast, so yeah,
I
pretty
love
good.
it.
Earthling, I'm eating pizza leftovers from yesterday today, so yes. But I didn't ask pineapple in my pizza this time. Damn it. Scott Chick said cheese is a staple of pizza. I agree. I also recognize that not everybody either can or wants to eat cheese.
Yeah. But it's vital to the entity of pizza, but those that can't have it and have to have a substitute or have light or no cheese, that's totally fine. You do you.
Vital to the entity of pizza.
Yeah. If you draw a cartoon pizza, will it have cheese?
I feel like we're like writing like the bylaws of pizza, and that's like it's almost like a commandment of pizza.
I like thinking about like food in its like, what is its default form, right? Like if I just say pizza, what do you imagine? It has cheese on it. It's part of what a pizza is. And there you can have varieties from there, but part of its default form is cheese.
And Sports.Gaming came down from the pizza clouds and declared, there shall be cheese in this entity of pizza. I love that phrase, entity of pizza. It's not going to leave my head all morning. Drew Mega said, interesting fact, pineapple on pizza is a Canadian invention. As a Canadian, I omit that fact from our history. So are you telling me this Hawaiian pizza concoction actually came from Canada? And you'll have to then answer the question, how do you refer to Canadian bacon? Because I believe that's a hot topic too. Scott Chick said, chicken and bacon with barbecue base. Do you like barbecue or white sauce pizzas?
Yes, but I never get them. Because when the rare opportunities that I get to have pizza, I want it in the perfect way. Yeah, they're fine, but yeah, I never, when I'm craving pizza, they're never what I crave, so I rarely ever get them.
Today is also National Toothache Day, National Read in the Bathtub Day.
I've read in the bathtub before.
Have you?
Yeah. It's usually on like an electronic device, not an actual like book.
But I feel like that raises the level of difficulty when you're reading on an electronic device, because let's say I drop my paperback novel into the bathtub. Deep cut. I'm out $5 to $20. If I drop my Kindle in the bathtub, I'm out $80. And if I drop my cell phone, apparently these things now for some reason cost like $1,800.
But with current inventions, my phone is more waterproof than a paperback novel.
Paperback novel. National Cut the Cord Day, which I still think is referring to not paying for cable. I'm guessing.
Or it's a bunch of babies are born today and you have to cut the umbilical cord. Those are the only two options.
Cut the cord's not a term for a vasectomy, right?
No.
Okay. Good. I don't like that one if it was. Let's not make that a thing. National Bagel and Lox Day. But it's also apparently Chocolate Day.
Chocolate and pizza, huh?
I want to know who looked at the available days of the day first and was like, oh, this is a good one. Because if it was like chocolate being like, okay, all right, we're going to pick a day. Oh, let's pick the same day as National Pizza Day. Then they were in the wrong. They made a bad choice.
I mean, gotta have some confidence to go up against Pizza Day.
Well, I guess, chocolate would have a pretty good chance of tackling the behemoth that is Pizza Day. So, but why do we got to make everything a big competition? Why can't we live in harmony? That would make more sense to me. Drew Mega brought up a really good Detroit-style pizza. So I finally did have the one that I think Pizza Hut was slinging for a while. And so, Drew Mega, if I'm being honest, I don't think I've ever had a really good Detroit-style pizza, but I am intrigued by the concept of Detroit-style pizza now, because I don't think I honestly knew Detroit-style pizza was a thing until Pizza Hut ran with it probably half a year ago. Like, if you're in favor of Chicago-style pizza, it's a good thing today Mike's not on the show, because Mike cannot stand Chicago-style pizza.
Right. I mean, Mike likes one type of thing and thinks that any other options to that are absolute garbage. That's not like Mike.
Like Mike. If I could be like Mike. It's a Gatorade ad back in the day.
Yeah, I mean, again, this goes back to what I would consider closer to a default form. Chicago-style pizza, not a default style of pizza.
Sure.
Like, if I think of, I'm going to have some pizza, I think about, like, grabbing a slice and eating it a certain way and it looking and tasting a certain way. Chicago-style pizza, absolutely fine. But that is not what I think of when you talk about having some pizza.
Yeah, I mean, Chicago-style pizza
probably better eaten with. Yeah, you need like a fork and knife to eat it.
But it's not absolute garbage, right?
No, absolutely not. Yeah. It's quite delicious. I've had some really delicious Chicago-style pizzas in Chicago.
I mean, part of the thing for me is it's probably better if I eat Chicago-style pizza, because I actually don't think I can eat as much of it.
Yeah. That's true.
How many slices of pizza did you have today? I had 3. How many slices of pizza did you have for Chicago pizza? A quarter. Man. They forfeited?
A bunch of quitters.
Is that the next thing we need to teach Hefty Son, is stand up on top of the seats yelling quitters? Because we already got Hefty Son to yell cheaters.
Yep.
It's good parenting, man. So I'm being told by Drew Mega, 621, on the West Coast, that it's called pea meal bacon. So I usually call Canadian bacon pea meal bacon. That's what we call it here. Isn't that a brand? Is pea meal bacon a brand, or am I making that up?
I have no idea. I don't recall ever hearing that.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. Back to Scott Chick saying chicken and bacon with barbecue sauce. Like, I'm kind of with you. I don't order that proactively. If we're at a thing, and of the varieties, like there's a traditional pepperoni pizza, and then like the next type of pizza that I'm interested in is like a chicken barbecue. Yeah, then I'll eat it. A chicken barbecue has to have really good red onion, in my opinion.
Yeah, that does help.
Scott Chick says, me and the nurses are now having a very in-depth discussion of pizza. I've got to go catch you next break. Hey, K-Laugh, remind me when Scott Chick gets back. Have we ever proposed to Scott Chick about just putting us on like the nurses station radio? It would save a lot of time.
That'd be fantastic.
So, something to consider. Drew Mega, I like Chicago style, but it's really heavy. Agreed. And then said Detroit style is deep dish, but the difference between Detroit and Chicago is that both are deep dish. Detroit is mostly dough, where Chicago is mostly a pie with layers of toppings as a filling.
Yep. It's all delicious.
But if we ever get to Toronto, fantastic Detroit style pizza place called Descendants. So
nice. Okay. We'll check it out.
Top of the moron.
Good moron.
To digital.games says morning. I don't know why I had a glitch there for a second, but I did. So there you go. It's a National Pizza Day. I like your thinking. It's a holiday.
It's absolutely a holiday, and there's only one way to celebrate.
With cake.
It's pizza for lunch and pizza for dinner.
Pizza at supper time?
Yep.
Because
if only we could justify having pizza for breakfast.
Well, when pizza's on a bagel.
See what you did.
Remember, if you're getting food, you must show and tell when you come back.
You must show and tell. So if anyone grabs pizza before we're out in 2.5 hours, please let us know. Mike has taken the full day off, so today we will tell you about a story of an 8-year-old author whose book becomes a hit at a library in Idaho. Also, after 1,000 years, this English pub is closing its doors. We'll tell you that story. And a zoo hires an impersonator to help endangered monkeys, well, not be as endangered.
Make more monkeys.
Yeah, it's not like a artificial multiplication endeavor. It's an authentic reproductive endeavor. I really made something that didn't need to be that complicated very complicated, didn't I?
Let's just wait till we have to read the story.
Woo! It's gonna be fun. I'm excited for that. Hey, tomorrow, by the way, Kim Chica, Jenny from twitch.tv/Kim Chica will be joining us as our guest host for all 3 hours. You can join Kim Chica over at twitch.tv/Kim Chica, community with kindness, activism, and indie games. One of the best voices in indie games, for sure. Talks a lot about the ways that, indie games, their art styles and their narratives, does great voices when you have a chance to watch Kim Chica. So we'll be with us all 3 hours coming up tomorrow on Gaming Morning Show. Very excited. It's 6:25 on this particular Wednesday, and that means it's time to get the headlines of the day. And for that, as we do every single show, we turn to our hashtag video game expert. Here's Sean.
Good morning. It is Wednesday, February 9th, 2022, and this is your Gaming Morning Show, Morning Gaming News. There's a new PlayStation 5 system update coming soon, or has already come. It's hard to say for sure. I think it's a beta that's starting later today, but it's bringing new features to Party Chat. This is from Anna Diaz of Polygon. And this is for the PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4. I did just confirm that. I don't know why the headline specifies PlayStation 5, but it's also available on the PlayStation 4. It's going to give people on those systems more control over group chats. such as the option to create private chats, as well as several other accessibility and quality of life features. This was announced by Sony yesterday. The new features will be tested out in a beta that launches today. The change means that group chats on both PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 will have the option to be an open or closed party, according to a post on the PlayStation blog. An open party allows the host's friends to see and join the party without being invited, and also allows the friends of party members to join as well. A closed party means only invited players may join. The beta also brings new accessibility features like mono audio for headphones, as well as screen reader text support in 6 more languages. PlayStation 5 owners will also get voice chat reporting and a refreshed user interface on the home screen and in the trophies tracker as well. So we'll keep an eye on this update and it's the beta for all of us.
To your knowledge, does it have anything to do with Discord?
No.
Okay.
I don't think it does. They probably would have been more specific about that, although there might be some behind the scenes. They're implementing these features with Discord integration in mind, but directly, no, it has nothing to do with Discord at this point.
I'll still never understand why they made it so, like, you can't be in a party by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And this was a change a while ago. And maybe, as you described, closed and open parties, maybe that's something that they're changing. But that was one of my least favorite things that they had modified, because I used to go in party chat by myself to avoid having to be in game chat in other games without having to disable it. So, yeah.
So I think this might be handy, especially in situations like where we're all trying to get together to play something. You guys hop in a party and then leave it open. And then when I get on, I can just join rather than, hey, I'm ready, send me an invite. Oh no, that invite doesn't work anymore, send me another one. I can just join and hang out. So we'll keep an eye on this and mess around with it. Although we use Discord for voice chat a lot of the times now. In our next news story of the day, in celebration for the big game that's coming out next week, Ghost of Tsushima patched in new Horizon Forbidden West inspired armor. This is from Wesley LeBlanc of Game Informer. Horizon Forbidden West, of course, is right around the corner. It's coming out next Thursday at 9 p.m., officially out next Friday. And there's a lot of things you could do to prepare for the game coming out. One of them is hopping back into Ghost of Tsushima, where there's some new Aloy-inspired content waiting for you to check out. Developer Sucker Punch Productions has announced a new patch for its samurai. That's a different word. Samurai action adventure game Ghost of Tsushima brings with it a new armor set hidden on Iki Island. To the north of the game's newest island, you'll find a wind shrine with a puzzle for you to solve. Solve it, and you'll receive a new Aloy-inspired armor. They say, quote, "We are so excited for Horizon Forbidden West from our friends at Guerrilla. While we wait, today we have released a new patch for Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut that repairs a wind shrine to the north of Iki Island. Solve the puzzle, and you can look like Aloy." This is cool. Mm-hmm. I like seeing developers do things for other developers because they're excited about the stuff that they're working on.
Yeah, cross promotion's always fun, but especially when it feels, authentic, right?
Yeah. This doesn't, and it could be still, but it doesn't come across as PlayStation reaching out to Sucker Punch and be like, "Hey, we need you to put something for Forbidden West in your Ghost of Tsushima game. Do it now."
I mean, I don't know if you saw the thumbnail for that, but there's a Taco Bell logo right on the right shoulder of that armor. So,
hidden in the outfit, they're announcing the acquisition of another developer. In our last news story of the day, there's a new Nintendo Direct later today. This is from Michael McWhorter of Polygon. Nintendo Direct live stream coming this afternoon. Will kick off at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 p.m. Pacific Time, and is expected to run about 40 minutes. February's Direct presentation will be streamed on Nintendo's YouTube channel. And it's promising an in-depth look at new Switch games launching in the first half of 2022. So we'll check this out and see what they're going to talk about. As of now, their upcoming Switch lineup includes Kirby and the Forgotten Land, which releases March 25th, Advance Wars 1+2, that equals 3, Reboot Camp, which arrives sometime this spring. Nintendo is also publishing Square Enix's Triangle Strategy on March 4th. The rest of Nintendo 22's lineup includes Bayonetta 3, Splatoon 3, and the sequel to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, but none of these games have announced release dates. So we will see what all they have planned for the first half of the year. We could be surprised by some big announcements, or they could just talk about Kirby and the Forgotten Land and Advance Wars 1+2, because Nintendo's a wild card. So who knows? It could be anything. It could be just a deep dive into Kirby, or they could announce a new Nintendo console, or anywhere in between. And always last but never least, we finish off today's Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming News with the world-renowned segment within a segment where we take a look at what is out today, like Unbound, Worlds Apart, out on PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4, Backbone, out on Switch, El Gancho, out on Switch, Action Arcade Wrestling, out on Switch, Letters, A Written Adventure, out on Switch and PC, and for the most prestigious award in video game-focused morning shows, your favorite segment within a segment within a segment, today's name of the morning goes to Diplomacy is Not an Option, out on PC.
Not an arms race. Oh, you said diplomacy. I'm sorry.
Diplomacy is not an option.
Misheard. Congratulations. Diplomacy is not an option. You are now eligible for Name of the Month consideration, and that will happen at the end of February. We'll tell you, hey, of all the games that we talked about in the month of February, this is the one that was our Name of the Month. And then, depending on how things go, we may give you an opportunity to win it. So, that's pretty cool. Winning things is fun.
Big fan.
Yesterday, Fulfillment reached out to Hofbrew, the winner of the Fulfillment Appreciation GMS Name of the Month giveaway, which happened last Thursday. So
it took less than a week. I mean, that's pretty good.
By Fulfillment standards, that's pretty on top of things.
I really enjoyed our process of telling him to.
Yeah.
we were hanging out for dinner, and I look over at Ryan and I go, what was Hofbrew's reaction to finding out that he won all of our names in the morning? And you pulled out your phone. You go, well, we're going to tell him right now.
You mean we sent out the fulfillment video?
Oh, yeah. And then we tried to take a video, and Ryan was accidentally on pictures, and we took a very blurry picture. So we sent that instead.
I don't know what more you want. I mean, it's not going to be a parade or anything, so, you know, there you go. Making this stuff up as we go. That's your Gaming Morning Show, Morning Gaming News, and of course, if you missed any of it, the easiest way to keep track of it is go to Twitter, @WatchGMS, and you need but just search
#GMS Morning Gaming News.
It is now 6:35 on the West Coast, 9:35 out east. It is 2:35 for those watching GMS in the afternoon. Thanks for being here. Jack has checked in. Top of the moron to you, Jack.
Good moron.
I hate anchovy pizza, writes Jack, so I roasted fresh anchovies and oysters. Then baked a pizza with said seafood, mushrooms, peppers. It was bomb. Delivery seafood pizza, therefore, is not bomb.
That checks out. Yeah, if something like that was going to be tasty, it would be homemade or at like a nice restaurant or something.
I mean, I've still never tried anchovies.
It's true.
So,
same.
Not saying I wouldn't, just not saying I have. So, I think I would be less intrigued if it came in like an oyster sauce or something, like some sort of pizza sauce that's based on oysters.
Yeah.
Ugh. Gross.
Hefty is so wrong.
You like oysters? I don't believe Bob.
Bob likes it.
All right.
I'm not judging. I mean, listen, I like, cup steaks. I like mashed potatoes. Calaf likes scrapple.
On pizza?
Maybe.
Not a chance I'm eating scrapple.
Calaf, would you have scrapple on pizza? Have you had scrapple on pizza?
That's a better question because I would say Calaf would totally have scrapple on pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Interesting. Jack said, food moron to you and asks, is anyone replaying Horizon Zero Dawn in preparation for Horizon Forbidden West?
I'm not. Just because I don't have the time. I totally would have, but no time. And I completed the game and played the DLC long ago. I have been reviewing like storyline stuff in preparation for the summary that we're going to do Thursday night before the game launches. Also, the Super Beard Bros, which is a YouTube channel that does Let's Plays, they started Horizon Zero Dawn probably about a month ago, but it's only a weekly series because they do a bunch of different games. So it's only once a week, so they're not anywhere near through the game, but I've been able to see them watch the beginning of the game, so that's fun.
You are going to be doing the recap, as you mentioned, leading into the debut on launch day for Horizon Forbidden West. That's going to be on February 17th, 8:45 p.m. Pacific time. Digital Doc Game says Zero Dawn is one of my favorite games, and I've heard that sentiment from lots of people. Why is this game? Why was this game so good?
It's just, it's a really well done, unique story, and the gameplay is just top notch. And they found a way to incorporate, one of your main weapons is a bow and arrow, but you're fighting these robot dinosaurs. But then they found a way to tell a story that makes sense, that you're using a bow and arrow to fight robot dinosaurs. And as you get into it and you learn the story, you're like, oh, it makes total sense that I'm using a bow and arrow to fight robot dinosaurs. It's just fascinating. And the gameplay is really top notch. There's lots of great exploring. The combat was really fun and deep. You had lots of options when it came to how you fought these robot dinosaurs, and it had a lot of bases that you would capture, kind of like in Far Cry. We capture bases, and you had similar options where you can go in loud and it could just be crazy for a little bit, or you could sneak around and do it methodically and not alert anyone. And it's a really fun game. I'm excited to play the sequel and share the story of Horizon Zero Dawn for those that aren't familiar with it, so that they can enjoy the sequel.
That's coming up again February 17th. Be sure to check it out. Special edition of live GMS plays, followed by YouTube exclusive Let's Play of Horizon Forbidden West. It all starts February 17th. And if you missed any of our Let's Play for GMS plays of Far Cry 6, well, you can check it out right now. There's a full playlist. YouTube exclusive episode number 25 is out as of yesterday. Go to youtube.com/gamingmorningshow. It's 6:40. It's time to check in and see what's going on at this hour. Mike's been checking in from the news studio every hour on the hour as of late, but unfortunately cannot be here today, so we will tell you at this hour. The story that we are tracking is about an 8-year-old from Idaho who had a book become quite the hit, according to Ben Hooper of UPI. This book was written and illustrated by an 8-year-old boy who personally placed it on the facility's shelves, and now there's 135 people waiting to check it out. Alex and Susan Helbig of Boise said their son Dylan announced to the family in November that he'd written a book and then secretly placed it in the stacks of the Lake Hazel branch of Ada Community Library. Then this book ended up becoming so popular that 135 people have waited to check it out. The parents said of their son that the librarian, Paige Beach, who was the one who found Dylan's book, said the library staff decided it was too good for the lost and found, so they added it to the catalog. Quote, I thought it was very cute. I was struck by how much effort went into it. I definitely thought we should do something special with it and not just hand it back to him. It was very well done and deserves some recognition, end quote. In fact, Dylan was the first recipient of the Houdini Award for Best Young Novelist. Is that the book?
Yeah, that's actually it with the award.
Oh my gosh. The boy's parents were the first to check out the book, which follows Dylan's adventures as he deals with an exploding Christmas tree topper and travels in time to events including the first Thanksgiving librarian. The first Thanksgiving. Librarian said the book has become such a success that there's now a waiting list, as we mentioned. Quote, we've been fielding a lot of calls from publishers. I'm not sure if the family has decided on anyone in particular, but there are a lot of calls and offers to get it published.
That's fantastic.
Houdini. You know, all this makes me think is...
What's that?
Just start, right?
Yep. Just put it out there.
You never know what'll
Print
happen.
Print it out and go put it in the library.
There you go. It's GMS at this hour. It's a 6:42. Good moron to you, Aura. It's good to see you this morning.
Top of the moron.
Jack, I love the story about the kids' library book. I love the fact that it looks like it's like pretty well bound.
Yeah, it kind of looks like it started as a journal or something, and he wrote it in there. But it looks solid. I like it.
Just go put it on the
Clever
shelf.
kid.
See what happens.
And now it sounds like he's gonna get published.
Just start. You never know what's gonna happen. I mean, I actually could see this being replicated, but by like grown-up authors now, where it's like, oh, I'll just go to the library, put it on the shelf, and see what happens. This is from Drew Mega. Everything about the game, this goes back to Horizon Zero Dawn. Everything about it was good. The story, gameplay, combat, types of enemies, scale of the open world, lots of things to do, etc.
Yep. And it's playing through it, specifically back in the day when I was playing through it, trying to platinum it, I found myself just doing a bunch of side quests that I didn't actually need to do for the platinum trophy, just because they told interesting side stories. It's a fun game.
Is this one that has the kind of movie YouTube videos that you showed me for Last of Us?
Probably, yeah. It wouldn't surprise me if it has a movie version.
Yeah, I really enjoyed watching Last of Us that way. So Digital Dot Game said, I wish but don't have the time. Also going to trying to find a good recap video. Zero Dawn is one of my favorite games.
It is top notch. He also said that it's the first game he ever platinumed, which is it's a time intensive platinum for sure. So that's awesome. Nice.
That person did a
Only
great
need
job.
18 more of those.
Yeah, that person right there did a great job, because I was setting up thinking that they were going to tap it to the right, and ended up doing a great job just stopping the ball in front of them. But there were too many reinforcements, chat. We're cracked. Apparently, Jack is a big fan of Beard Bros and says you have good taste in Let's Plays.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm a big fan. Especially now that there's 3 of them now, which gives you some variety. Most of the series is a combination 2 of the 3. So you get a good variety of viewpoints, and it's fun.
Drew Mega had brought up the DLC, The Frozen Wilds. So is that something that you played more recently?
No, I played it also a long time ago, closer to when the DLC came out. And that is something we'll also be recapping when we recap the game, because it fits nicely into the storyline.
So why do they make a DLC for that length of a game?
DLC is just kind of an expected thing these days, and especially back when Horizon Zero Dawn came out, every game had DLC. You had to have a DLC. And so in my view, at least, it's best used for a game like that when there are stories they want to tell that aren't small enough side stories that they belong just as like a side quest, but are so they're more substantial, but aren't vital to the core story of the game. DLC gives a perfect opportunity to tell something like that that's a little bit more fleshed out than just a random side mission. And I'm glad that they did that, and that was the only DLC. It's not like they had like 5 of them, and by the time you got to the 4th and 5th one, they're absolute garbage. They just had one, and it seemed like they just had more they wanted to tell, and they did so, and it was good.
Jack says, chat, some games require a difficult level to really appreciate it. Last of Us hard, Horizon hard, agree. And then Digital Dot Games responds, I think it really depends on the player. For some, that might add an appreciation, but for others, it could take away.
Mm-hmm. For sure. And there, in most games, especially a game like Horizon Zero Dawn, when I'm playing on my own, I usually play on, the equivalent of like a normal difficulty. Because I don't, in my current state of life, I don't have the time to play a game in a way where I'm going to die over and over and it's going to make me really good at the game. I just don't have time for that. And so I don't typically play on hard just because when I'm fitting in games in between family life and work and everything else, I want to get through as much of the game as I can in a period of time. What I don't like, and sometimes for streaming purposes or for playing on GMS Plays, I've been playing some games on easy that I'd normally play on normal just to try to limit how many times I'm redoing something. Because I'm not confident enough in my abilities to get through a game quickly on normal. I know I could on my own, but do you want to watch me fail at the same thing 5 times? Sometimes that's appropriate. Sometimes it's not. Horizon, I think I will play on normal difficulty. What I don't like are games that the easy difficulty takes something away. Because there are some games that it seems like, well, at least they used to punish the players for playing on easy, and you don't get as thorough of an experience. I don't think that seems to be as common as it was at one point.
Breaking news. Sean's failed at something.
I fail lots of things.
It's good to hear that you've gone through video games and have struggled before. Which actually is a great segue to ask from Digital Dot Games. Did you ever finish Returnal?
I sure did not. I got through... I got to the first, kind of checkpoint-ish. If I remember correctly, it was broken up into 6-ish regions, and after you do 3, there is a way to kind of checkpoint-ish. And I got there, and then I just got busy with a million other things. That was a game for sure that in a different life where I would have time to just play something for hours and hours every day. I'd love to get really good at the game and be able to beat it, but I never did it.
Top of the Moron to Forgiven John. Good Moron. Good to see you. Thank you for being here for this edition of Gaming Morning Show.
Top of the Moron!
And Quiet Time Gaming is here as well. Said, I love watching people fail.
And there's some games where I feel like that's more entertaining than others. I like finding new ways to fail in games like Far Cry 6, which I also do that a lot. You can see some of our clips of the game.
Shortcut.
I usually fail in trying to come up with shortcuts.
I'll still not forget. There's a great clip. This is on our Twitter at WatchGMS. Sean lands a helicopter in a lake and goes, "Oh, this will be great. I'll be able to get this helicopter later.
This will be really handy."
Nope.
That's right.
Didn't work out.
Helicopter lives there now. It is now 6:51 West Coast, 9:51 out East. It is 2:51 for those watching GMS in the UK. Thank you for being here. It is National Pizza Day, so we were asking you the question, what is the best pizza? Forgiven John, Domino's Philly cheesesteak specialty pizza. Most slept on pizza. It's good.
Nice.
I think if I liked peppers more, I'd be more on board with Philly cheesesteaks in general.
Yeah.
I don't love peppers, but I've become better with peppers. I think the most pepper that I do is stuffed peppers. That's a lot of pepper. So,
Yeah.
So,
Philly cheesesteak.
yeah. I don't do well with the traditional Philly cheesesteak, which I don't think is what Domino's serves for their pizza, but with the cheese whiz. Nope. Give me the one that has provolone. That's better for me. Sorry, Philadelphia.
I'm just hungry.
Are you?
I'm always hungry on this show.
We
have
just
to
need
eat
to
an
start.
entire pizza during the break.
As I said, we just need to start eating pizza at 6 a.m. every single morning. So, yeah.
Can we convince, think of places you would typically run to early in the morning. It's mostly like coffee places, right? Like, I'm going to drive through Starbucks and get a coffee or whatever. Can we normalize having fresh pizza at these coffee places?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll take a venti drip coffee and a slice of pepperoni, please.
Or
Fantastic.
Dunkin' Coast versus Starbucks Coast.
have pizza on a
Dunkin'
bagel.
pizza would be so good.
Yeah, have pizza on a bagel at Dunkin' Donut. Ooh. Dunkin' Donuts. Well, they're Dunkin', but they serve donuts. They could have like a donut base for their pizza.
I've tried.
It'd have to be less sweet than like a traditional like glazed donut, but
Right.
be good. So
Yeah, just do it without like the glaze.
sweet and savory. Quiet says it's not a popular choice, but I love bready pizza, so Pizza Hut is my favorite.
I love a good Pizza Hut. They all have a place.
That's what Sean said.
They are all
right?
my children.
Yes, can't pick a favorite. So. Let's do birthdays this day in gaming history. If you have a birthday to celebrate with us, please let us know because we would like to celebrate with you. Dexter Adams of The Gamer is going to join us in about 30 minutes from now. We'll talk about 7 Toys to Life games that you never knew existed. That's coming up in about 30 minutes from now. Our first birthday today, celebrity birthday, singer Carole King turns 80 today.
Inducted into the Rock Hall for a second time last year. That's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Why do you get in twice? Maybe as a member of a group or something like that?
That would be my guess. It has no specifics, but my guess is she got inducted as like a solo performer and then part of a group.
Gotcha. Today is actor Joe Pesci's 79th birthday.
Released his first album in the 60s.
What?
What? Also, here's a picture of Joe Pesci looking the least like Joe Pesci I've ever seen him.
Okay, so I didn't have
gonna
Joe
look up
Pesci at
this album.
79. I'm not going to lie.
No.
Also,
Yeah, he released 3 albums. One called Little Joe Sure Can Sing back in 1968. His follow-up 30 years later, Vincent LaGuardia Gambini Sings Just For You in 1998. And then Pesci still singing in 2019.
what was the first one again?
Little Joe Sure Can Sing.
So I wish on the 30-year follow-up it had been Big Joey or something like that. Sure can sing. But the fact that they tied it all in with that last one, well done. Well done.
Wow. I had no idea.
I always forget Joe Pesci's in Home Alone, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Every single time.
Solid.
Because I just have Joe Pesci locked in as, authentic, like, Godfather role, right? Like, doesn't play anything loose. And Home Alone clearly did, so. Oh, wait, what am I talking about? Joe Pesci in Lethal Weapon was great. So. Judith Light is 73 today, and actress Zhang Ziyi is 43 today.
Nominated for a BAFTA in her role in Memoirs of a Geisha.
Today is Michael Colyar's 65th birthday. Comedian and actor Bruce is 57. And Corey Parker Robinson is 47 today. Robinson played Detective Leander Sidnor in the HBO series The Wire.
Nice. Bear Bear's favorite actor / comedian is Bruce.
Bear Bear is pretty big fan of repetitive names. So
yeah, makes sense.
Actor Tom Hiddleston turns 41 today.
Heard of him? Non-Marvel films he's appeared in include Muppets Great Escape and Kong Skull Island.
I was going to say, you said, I've heard of Tom. I was going to be like, yeah, from Muppets Great Escape and Kong Skull Island. Nothing else, but of course, the fun fact had to spoil that joke. Rose Leslie, actress, turns 35 today.
Set to appear in the TV adaptation of The Time Traveler's Wife, playing Claire.
Wonder what the premise of that movie is.
I think it's about a time traveler's puppy dog.
Seems like an interesting name. Actor Michael B. Jordan is 35 today.
Nice. Oh man, his fun fact's terrible. I'm not gonna read it.
But on a related note, did you know Apollo Creed fought Rocky?
It's the rumor.
So good at this. Camille Winbush, actress, turns 32 today. Emma Ames in Minor Adjustments, Vanessa Tompkins in The Bernie Mac Show, among other roles. For Camille turns 32 today.
Nice.
No drummer birthdays, but there is a musical birthday today.
Mm-hmm. There's lots of them. Are you talking specifically about the sax player?
Yeah.
Steve Wilson is 61. It's a good song.
That was actually a Steve Wilson song that I just sang.
Oh, I recognized it.
Yeah, didn't you? It's pretty good.
You can't miss it.
It's that signature whomp at the end.
Country singer Travis Tritt is 59.
Trouble. I think that was a Travis Tritt song.
That sounds right. It's at least from the correct era.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Guitarist Richard On of OAR is 43.
OAR.
Was it On or Own?
I have no idea. Okay. Looks like On, but who knows?
Okay, there you go. Actor Mia Farrow is 77. I want to say Mia was in... Well, anyway, Mia Farrow is 77. I don't know what Mia was in.
She's in movies.
All right, now I'm going to look and see if I was right. Meanwhile, this day in gaming history... Yep, that's not who I was thinking that was. So happy birthday, Mia Farrow. Oof, dodged a bullet there. 2 before 1995, it gives you an opportunity, Sean, to play Lawsuit or Not Lawsuit.
First one's not a lawsuit.
This is from 1982.
Ding!
1982, the Boston suburb of Marlborough, Massachusetts, passes an ordinance barring the use of video games by anyone under the age of 18 during school class hours or late at night, and bans placement of games within 1,500 feet of public schools.
Yes, Ryan.
Am I to believe that we banned, like, video games in context to children before we worried about cigarettes?
It sure seems that way.
I spent a lot of time within 1,500 feet of cigarettes. Not 1982, but around then. Technically not a lawsuit, though, so congratulations, you are correct.
Correct.
By the way, I just noticed
There's an ordinance.
we're going to play a brand new impromptu game. Is this Bob dinging as in that answer was correct? Or is this Bob confirming your answer is locked in?
Ding.
I always hear it as that's correct.
Okay. So now, same question, but with this sound.
Ding.
That's also correct, but he's more excited about it.
Okay, cool.
We
Maybe
need- We need Bob doing a like chunk chunk sound.
yeah. I think Bob's
Ding.
locking in the answers a little bit too correct answer sounding. So
Yeah.
so thus forth, Bob's sound to confirm that Sean is locking in his answer will be. Even though
don't
that
think that's
sounds like
better.
you're just wrong. 1983, lawsuit or not lawsuit?
Not a lawsuit.
No, that's not any better. Atari announced the quote, my first computer, end quote. That was all in caps. Now, capitalized case. Keyboard component for the Atari 2600 game system to turn into a home computer. So you could take your Atari 2600, make it a home computer. Had 8 kilobytes of RAM, expandable to 32 kilobytes, and the system shipped after September for under $90.
It's like expandable 3 to 4 times.
Correct.
Were you confirming that he was correct, or were you saying that he got lawsuit or not lawsuit right? You good?
I'm pretty okay in here.
Okay.
Please help me.
1996, Bandai, before it met Namco, its digital division unveiled the Pippin Atmark video game system in Japan. I almost said Amtrak. It was not. It was the Atmark. Amtrak's
Could be Amtrak.
It's a train. The system is licensed from Apple Computer, comes with a keyboard, mouse, and modem for internet access, plugs into the TV. Man, today was a big day for trying to make video game systems computers.
Indeed.
Mark it down. Every February 9th, we celebrate. 2004, Nintendo put out Metroid Zero Mission for Game Boy Advance. It was $30. That same year, Nintendo also released a limited edition 2-tone Onyx Platinum Game Boy Advance SP. I'm guessing Onyx Platinum. That sounds so Pokemon.
It does. I think it was just the color of the
Damn it.
DS, though.
Incorrect.
2004, Square Enix released the Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles for GameCube. Those were all 3 from 04. And then in 2010, Electronic Arts put out Dante's Inferno's video game for PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. That same year, 2K Games released the BioShock 2 video game for PlayStation 3. And
Nice.
Xbox 360.
so good. What a great name. There's your This Day in Gaming History. Next hour, we'll have an interview. Also have sports.
Sports.
Drew Mega, I still have a Game Boy Advance SP. That's awesome. K-Lasp is checking in this morning.
A warm welcome to our official
K-Lab.
head of research and development, Kayla.
Have you had Scrapple on pizza?
Also, K-Laf was
Very
going to
important.
research something for us when K-Laf got here, but now I don't remember what it was.
I don't remember what. I only remember the Scrapple pizza.
All right, we'll talk about Toys to Life video games coming up next hour with Dexter Adams. It's all ahead. Gaming Morning Show. It is Tuesday, February 9th, 2022.
When will you have time to keep me in your life? So, our past is forgotten, our stories rewritten.
In a world where things are broken, Kiki Lowe is in search of something.
I need a D that works.
There's the D searching in the universe because the D is currently broken, but we need a newer D. Where can she find it?
Where can I get a D from? Who will
Maybe,
give me the D?
maybe there is somebody in the world that can help her. Maybe somebody who sings a song.
That's how we do, baby.
Coming to video screens near you and on your telephone devices in 2022.
Sorry, Kiki.
Kiki Lowe and Superphonic in the Lost City of D.
Finally, the D, and it feels so good.
Only on Peacock.
Coming up on Gaming Morning Show, today's interview and sports. Find GMS on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and GamingMorningshow.tv, and become a Patreon. Go to gms.watch and click on where to find GMS. And join us for GMS After Dark with Look, It's Maiko. Wednesdays at 4:45 p.m. Pacific. Time for hour number 2. Right now.
Morning, gamer. It's Gaming Morning Show. Thank you for being here wherever you may be. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and at GamingMorningshow.tv. What you just heard in your device's speakers, maybe it was in your headphones, was the Lost City of D Chris M. Yee Memorial Clip M. Yee Clip of the Year. You can watch Clip M. Yee coming up this Saturday on Twitch at twitch.tv/Chris M. Yee. It's at 10 a.m. Pacific time. That was Look, It's Maiko doing the narration with Kiki and Superphonic, which is why we shouted out both of them. If you would like to join us for GMS After Dark with Look, It's Maiko, today is the day. We would love that. We are going to have Maintaining Mediocrity join us, as well as myself, because apparently the idea behind this is Udry knows a bunch about art and is incredibly talented, and then I know something about football, and so we're going to do an NFL logo tier list.
Mm-hmm. So Audrey's there, and who else?
Me.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah. I wouldn't pay any attention to him. So, listen, the hardest part is if we're talking regular NFL logos, I'm not fully in love with the current Denver Broncos logo, so I probably won't vote it S tier. So. The current Denver Broncos, your Denver Broncos logo, is important because it was one of the biggest rebrands in sports history, but it is not the best logo. So. Coffee's good this morning. If you would like to get those emotes that we just showed up at the top, please subscribe to Look, It's Maiko on Twitch, and you would be able to check that out. You can also go to Dr. Squatch and get cheaper Dr. Squatch soap because of Look, It's Maiko. Are you out of coffee already?
No, I just started coffee.
Oh, okay. How's yours?
It's pretty good. You were right.
Cedar citrus.
Remember yesterday you kept giving me Dr. Squatch soap and kept turning into $20?
Well, yeah, it was because it was Laugh and Get Rich Day.
That's right. That's right.
So
it's a fun time.
Should we see if it works today?
Sure.
All right, here you go. Dr. Squatch soap to you.
Thanks. Oh my God. I'm gone. This time it turned into Super's note to get out of work. It's not the same.
If anyone would like a doctor's note to get out of work, please consult us. We're happy to help. So
it's a see-through note.
I can see right through that note.
I'm bringing that to California, by the way, and I'm going to give it to Super.
Super will be able to use it anytime Super wants to.
I did not date it. It's the equivalent of a blank check.
Well, you were also married, so.
Checks out.
I don't date my notes either. Top of the moron to you, Brendan_TTV.
Good moron.
It is good to see you. Udry, that's right, Maintaining Mediocrity. We did shout out Udry. Please follow Maintaining Mediocrity, if not necessarily even for the Twitch stream, which is fantastic, just to take a look at all the pins and illustrations that Audrey makes, because, wow, amazing talent, amazing talent.
Top notch.
The rebrand of the Washington football team is the Washington Commanders. There are some, like Calaf, who have noticed that you could abbreviate Commanders as commies, which I believe gives a different feel for a United States-based football team. They should have just kept Washington football team.
Yep. It was gaining some momentum.
Yep.
I liked it.
Quiet on Gaming says, I'd say just behind the Broncos rebrand was the Bucks moving from the Bucko Bruce and the Creamsicle uniforms to the current uniforms. Yeah, those two rebrands happened the same exact year. And that same year, Denver won its first ever Super Bowl. And within the next 5-6 years, Tampa Bay won its first Super Bowl. So it was.
You heard it here. Rebranding works.
Well, unfortunately, it doomed the fate of like me ever getting to have my favorite uniforms back, because no, we won this way, we can't win the other way, and
yeah,
so
that's too bad.
I will never ever get the D again. I just realized that the Lost City of D could actually be a commentary on the Broncos losing their D with the horse through it logo.
It's the lost Bronco D.
So sad. Calaf said there was also an indoor soccer team in the 90s named the Washington Warthogs that isn't around anymore. That name would have been sweet. I heard that was a finalist? Question mark? Or did they ever even announce the finals? Nice law.
I am not sure.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure if they announced the finalists or if they just were like, hey, we're going to tell you on the 2nd of February, and bam! Commanders.
There was.
It's a fine name. I just don't see the benefit of naming themselves the Commanders when they kept the logo very much in the vein of what they used for Washington football team. You know what I mean? Like, they basically just kept the basic Washington W with like a little bit of style added to it. So I guess I don't understand the point. I almost get the impression that it was too hard for folks to wrap their head around why every promo and such would be like the Cowboys versus Washington, right?
Yeah. It's true. It definitely added some. It complicated some things, right? But I liked it. I still think they should have just gone Washington Football Club and just really embraced the soccer-sounding nature of it.
See, and I disagree with you there, because I was happy that they didn't make it sound like a soccer team, but they used that kind of mechanic by calling it a football team. Like, I think that was what was kind of unique about it. Especially because Mike O pointed out that all these Major League Soccer teams that had been popping up were using that similar kind of convention, like football team or FC, or, sorry, football club or FC, or, you know, Saint Germain, Nashville Saint Germain. I don't remember what all these names were, but
that was a weird goal.
Sure was. But we are crushing today.
Yeah, we're doing pretty well.
Packed it in.
Beep, 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 beep.
Rocket League is a fun game.
Indeed.
K-Laf says, it's a mess, but that's on brand. That is true. Yeah, I would not be heartbroken to see the Washington football team / Washington Commanders be sold to a different owner. Even if it was just strictly for the competitive reasons, which it is not. There's organizational-wide dysfunction there, especially with the way it treats its employees. And that was, I read an interesting article this morning about the Cincinnati Bengals, because the one thing to remember about Cincinnati, not nearly the same reported dysfunction in terms of sexual harassment at best allegations, and the research, the investigation into the Washington football team. But the Cincinnati Bengals have one of the most frugal ownership groups or owners in all of football. And part of the reason for that, I believe, according to this article I read this morning, is because, that team didn't have the billionaire ownership group that others have, or, has not had the sale to make it be that way, because it was originally created by Paul Brown, and then now Paul's son Mike runs the team, and so it's kind of just been inherited, which isn't always the case for a lot of NFL franchises. So yeah, for example, the article was bringing up it's really cold in Cincinnati right now, and the Bengals haven't been in the Super Bowl since the late 80s, and the team practiced at the University of Cincinnati's indoor practice facility because the Bengals don't have one.
They should probably have one of those.
Money. Although I am surprised, you can get a naming rights deal or something like that with a corporation to build one of those.
Right.
Top of the moron to you, Keith Anthony.
Good moron.
We are going to have our interview about Toys to Life video games with Dexter Adams coming up after this game.
If the Bengals were owned by a guy named Brown, you should have incorporated that into the names. They could have been the Cincinnati Browns team.
That's the whole story. Paul Brown was the namesake for the Cleveland Browns, and then went down and started a football team in Cincinnati. So it's
you should have named it the Cincinnati Browns also.
The Cincinnati Browns 2. But it could have been TOO, as in also. That would have been great. I like that. Yeah, it's worthwhile if you want to find the history of those two franchises. It's definitely worthwhile to go and look it up, because it's an interesting tale. And listen, football was different back then in the sense of it wasn't profitable in the 60s and the 50s and the 30s, right? And so even the team that now is the Chicago Bears moved in from a different part of Illinois, kind of almost by circumstance. So it's just there's a great video. I'll try to find it and put it on our Discord. There's a great video when the NFL had its 100-year anniversary the other year, because they go through all the history of all the franchises and how they got started. So it's pretty cool. That is Sports Talk Gaming.
Awesome.
I am Hefty Goof. It is the Wednesday edition of the show, February 9th. Top of the moron to you, Dungeon Meowster. KJ, it's good to see you.
Good moron.
And we appreciate everyone hanging out with us this morning, because we have an interview. Dexter Curtis Adams of The Gamer comes up next on Gaming Morning Show. Gaming Morning Show continues. Thanks for being along with us, the Wednesday edition of the show, and we are thankful to have Dexter Curtis Adams from The Gamer join us this morning. Good morning to you, Dexter. How are you?
Yeah, good morning. I'm good. Glad to be here. Thanks for having
Absolutely.
me.
I'm excited for this one because we've talked a lot about this on the show. You know, Sean is our video game expert. I'm someone who kind of got into gaming after like a long hiatus from gaming. And so this has kind of been a fun adventure because I'm getting reintroduced to a lot of aspects of video games that I didn't fully know. And that includes the reason we're having you on. You wrote an article for The Gamer, 7 Toys to Life games that you never knew existed. So for me, and maybe hopefully others who are in our chat who don't know, what are Toys to Life games?
So, Toys to Life is essentially a segment of video games where you are given a figure. It could be a little sculpture, a little action figure, but in some way, shape, or form, it connects to the video game itself, be it as an addition to your character, certain items or power-ups, something like that. It's been made a lot more popular in recent years, especially with Nintendo when it released its Amiibo collection, as well as with Skylanders, which essentially was the time where it reinvented itself.
Yeah, we've definitely seen a resurgence of kind of Toys to Life in the last, 5 to 10 years. Of the ones you talked about in your article, what are 1 or 2 that really stood out to you?
Check out Dexter's connection. I'm getting no audio at the time. Dexter Curtis Adams is our guest on Gaming Morning Show and might be having some audio problems. We'll have Dexter reconnect here in just a second and then be able to bring Dexter into the room. I am Hefty Goof, and that is Sports.Gaming. Thank you for being here on this edition of Gaming Morning Show. When we bring Dexter back in, I think we'll just shift to audio only, and that'll help us out a little bit as well. Toys to Life games, you had talked a little bit about the Lego version of that game that you had played before.
Yeah, Lego Dimensions was the one I have the most experience with. Although I didn't even consider the Nintendo Amiibo being Toys to Life, but yeah, technically that would be the case as well.
Yeah,
and I like how looking through the list of that are in the article that he wrote, some of these are definitely ones that I had heard of that I forgot all about.
Dexter, I think we'll just go audio only the rest of the way. So go ahead and keep that camera off, and we'll just be able to hear you. You were about to tell us some of the games in that article that you wrote that kind of stood out to you. Dexter? Dexter, can you hear us okay? I'm not hearing it off the top of my head. Calaf has linked through to this article, and I was the one that I think mentioned a couple days ago that the closest I remember was Disney Infinity. Did you ever try to take a look at Disney Infinity? And now I don't have your audio. Interesting.
Test.
There, now I can hear you.
Disney Infinity was one that I had looked at briefly to see if it was something that the kids might enjoy. And I think they were just a little too young at the time, so I skipped it completely. Never really gave it a chance on my own, but it did have fans.
Dexter, I think we can hear you again. Are you there?
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to go audio only the rest of the way. We're talking to Dexter Curtis Adams of The Gamer, writer for that. We were asking you in your article, 7 Toys to Life games that you've never knew existed. Which were some of the ones that stood out to you? Maybe talk about 1 or 2. All right, I have a tremendously good idea what we're going to do is we are going to bring Dexter on via the phone. So let me go ahead and get that set up. Sean is going to read you a little bit of a filler story here. This is one of the things that we are tracking at this hour. 1,000 years and an English pub has closed.
Yes, after more than 1,000 years, this English pub is closing its doors. This is from Jack Guy of CNN. An English pub that claims to be the oldest in Britain is closing due to financial problems worsened by the pandemic. Ye Old Fighting Cocks in St. Albans, just north of London, has been in business since 793 AD, according to its website. Now it has closed its doors after a sustained period of extremely challenging trading conditions, according to a statement from landlord Christo Toothache, posted on the pub's Facebook page on Friday. Along with my team, I have tried everything to keep the pub going, Toothache wrote. However, the past 2 years have been unprecedented for the hospitality industry and have defeated all of us who have been trying our hardest to ensure this multi-award winning pub could continue trading into the future. Toothache said trading conditions were, quote, extremely tough before the pandemic, but the effects of COVID-19 were devastating and left the pub struggling to meet its financial obligations. Quote, it goes without saying I am heartbroken. This pub has been so much more than just a business to me, and I feel honored to have played even a small part in its history, he wrote. The main structure of Ye Old Fighting Cocks was built in the 11th century and was originally used as a pigeon house, according to the local tourist board.
All right, so that's Sports.Gaming sharing us a story of a pub that used to be and no longer is. All right, it's 7:34. We've had the chance to connect with Dexter, our interview guest on the show today, about Toys to Life games on the phone. You should be able to hear us now, correct, Dexter?
Yep.
Let's go with talking about some of the things in this particular piece that you wrote, the 7 Toys to Life games that you never knew existed. What were 1 or 2 that stood out to you?
So one of the ones that stood out to me the most, I would say, would be the UB Funky's game. Specifically because I remember playing that as a kid. I remember one Christmas morning I actually got the set. I was playing it on my dad's really old computer, so it was moving really slow. But when I went back to it and I started doing research, I found that was like the first instance where a Toys to Life game hit the mainstream. It was the one that kind of like catapulted the franchise to what it is today.
And then we also saw that you recently wrote about another game that has kind of been floating through our household, and that's Pokemon Legends Arceus. What's your early reaction to that game?
My early reaction is, well, first off, I love the game. I really do. It's such a fresh take on the story and the mechanics that we've known for so long. And in a way, it kind of reminds me of Monster Hunter in the fact that you're just going throughout an open world environment, encountering different kind of creatures, having to come up with different tactics just to sneak up on them or to catch them or engage them in battle. Especially when, like, the alpha Pokemon, as we know, are so powerful, it requires more outside thinking just to either survive the encounter, to evade them, or even to beat them or even catch them.
So curious, too, what was your passion for writing? Kind of how was that developed? Because I have always enjoyed talking into a microphone, right? But I've never really been someone who's enjoyed the process of writing. Was that something that you found early on in your life, or is that something that developed later on?
Making stories is something I've always had. Like, even as a kid, I can never just play with toys. I had to have, like, some kind of reason why they're doing what they're doing. But it never really blossomed into coming up with being a writer until probably high school, when all those, like, written assignments, all the essays, all the short stories that we had to write, I kind of found I had a knack for them, and they were just a little easier for me than, like, say, some of my friends. I'm like, I can make this into something. And lo and behold, here I am.
We've linked through to your page on thegamer.com and also to the article 7 Toys to Life games that you never knew existed. We occasionally will have the inability to get someone on the air using Discord, but we will always invite someone back. Dexter Curtis Adams, we look forward to talking to you again in the future, and thank you for joining us today on Gaming Morning Show.
Yep, thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Fun conversation with Dexter atoms of the gamer. Yeah, I like finding out what helps people get into that role where they're playing. Getting into writing, like some of the things that are their profession. And one thing that always stands out is when it's a childhood passion. And that's to a degree what Dexter was describing there. But also being able to bring back some of these toys to life games and other moments that maybe we don't remember from the past. That was a fun article to read, and I appreciate Dexter working so hard to get on the show today.
Absolutely, and it seemed fitting that during this time slot we would have an interview that has to do with a top 7 list.
Yeah, we typically have a list of the day if we're not able to have a live interview guest, and in this case we were able to combine both of those, including the top 7 toys to life games that never knew existed. Big thanks to Dexter for joining us, and if you missed it, you can also catch that on our YouTube page, youtube.com/gamingmorningshow. We have our interview with Victor Burgos last week regarding Neko Ghost Jump. That is posted as our latest interview, and then we will share both Dexter's and Cassidy's from this week as soon as we can on our YouTube page, youtube.com/gamingmorningshow. You know, I'm regretting that I didn't ask Dexter best kind of pizza, because today is National Pizza Day.
Bummer.
Huge missed opportunity.
What is best pizza?
Our good friend Austin Attack is here.
Good moron!
Everything is fine, but is here. I also would ask you a follow-up question to your story you wrote about the English pub. Ye old fighting what?
She heard us.
Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. Favorite kind of pizza, then? We are asking this question. Today we've had answers from a lot of folks specifically trying to avoid pineapple on pizza. I mentioned that I like pineapple on pizza maybe 1 out of every 10 pizzas or maybe 1 out of every 20. Drew Mega had said, I love pineapple, but not on pizza. And then Scott Chick was not pleased with me either. So
it happens.
But
Calaf nails it with the best pizza is the one in front of you.
But you're okay with it, right?
Yeah.
Not an
I'm
issue.
okay with it. Nope.
Do you like pineapple? Meaning, like, out of the can, do you just eat, like, pineapple, whatever they
Like
call them?
Bits?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I like pineapple. I'm a big fan. I also really like pineapple juice.
Really?
It's pretty yummy. Pineapple juice is yummy.
I like that
Pineapple
Dole
juice
stuff.
pizza, though. Soggy.
Not going to happen.
Too soggy.
Have you ever had the Dole Whip?
Heck yeah, I have.
That's
So good.
Never had it on pizza, though.
I would try it.
Quiet says, but I don't have pizza in front of me. Well,
Yet.
What's for breakfast?
can you solve that problem?
I think everyone needs a pizza today.
Well, you had a good premise for if I were to go into my favorite local coffee shop, right? It could be Starbucks. It could be
Get your Dunkin' coffee.
right. What could we have waiting for us that we're not getting currently?
This should be pizza. We should normalize breakfast pizza.
Why aren't we doing this? It doesn't make any sense. You go into a pizza or into a morning breakfast place, and of course, if they have bagels, this is way easier. But I reference Dunkin' Donuts, right? Or Dunkin'. They're called Dunkin', but they have donuts. It's very confusing. But anyway, you go in there, and Dunkin' could easily say, "Hey, look, I have this like half donut that's like the least sweet donut that we make, and on top of it, we put pepperoni and cheese. What do you think?"
Count me in.
I really don't understand like why that wouldn't have been an idea that they've had. I mean, we put donuts as like the bread for sandwiches. So what are we doing? Like, have you seen those hamburgers that are made out of 2 sides of donut?
I sure have. I haven't had one, but I've seen them.
I mean, I don't want a hamburger that has donuts as bread. But you know what I do want? I do want like a slightly less sweet pizza base with pizza on top at 6 in the morning.
Yep. Duncan, give us a call.
That's the partnership Duncan. Oh, didn't know they needed. What could have happened? Austin Attack is here. Good moron to you, Austin. It's good to see you on Gaming Morning Show.
Top of the moron.
Austin said, I could have a bagel pizza. Then do it. Even like a bagel pizza that has kind of like tomatoes or something on it, I'm fine with. Like, it doesn't have to be tomato sauce. It can be, and that would be great. But like, it could be less saucy and just more cheesy and meaty, and I'd be fine with it.
I don't like when we join a game in progress.
We could have won. Or sorry, I could have scored there, and that would have helped us possibly win. But this is like, we now join our regularly scheduled program, already in progress. It's also really unusual for you and me to get into a game like this, because we usually have no problem with matchmaking. So.
Yeah, it's atypical for sure.
Maybe whatever issue we were experiencing with our Discord is also plaguing Rocket League. Could be. Could be.
Not a fan.
Brendan says Dole Whip Pizza.
Lego pizza.
No. No. Dole Whip Pizza. Ridiculous. Dungeon Meowster says gluten-free, dairy-free, pineapple, pepperoni, and red onion. See, red onion is super underrated with pizza. Quiet's down 15 pounds so far this year.
Nice.
Was that one of your goals, Quiet? Congratulations on accomplishing one of your goals. Everything bagels are great for pizza bagels, says Austin. You know what me and Hefty Wife eat a lot of? There is a shaker that's like a seasoning that's basically everything bagel pizza seasoning, or everything bagel like toppings. You know how the everything bagel has, you know, basically every seed known to man. It's got all of those, but in a convenient shaker to throw on things like salads or lasagna.
Pizza.
Yeah, I don't know what else you put it on salads, but it's good. Oh, we put it on eggs. That was a loss.
Yeah, but that one doesn't count because we came in with a deficit, and I told you I don't like joining these games in progress. Win or lose, I just don't like them. I feel like I get cheated out of starting the game fresh. I'm not a fan.
I mean, we're talking about pizza. This game has you angry. It's like, no, we don't get
so angry.
Stop.
I did get an assist though, so I think that puts me at 16 more.
Kalaf, our head of research and development, who's completely focused on accuracy, has the registered trademark icons behind both Little Caesars and Hot and Ready. As Kalaf says, Little Caesars Hot and Ready breakfast pizzas. I'll make some phone calls.
I'd give it a shot.
I mean, listen, you mentioned Little Caesars has its place. I agree with you, but their Hot and Ready pizza's not bad.
Not great. But it is pizza, and like I said, every pizza has a place.
But you know, their cheese sticks are amazing. Their little like deep dish pepperoni sticks are amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Have you had those?
Yeah.
They're kind of sauceless, and then you dip them in. Their marinara is awful. Listen, I used to work at Pizza Hut. I know what that marinara is made out of. It's made out of sugar and a single tomato. You should have saw it. We'd open up the vat of marinara, and we'd pour a bag of sugar in there, and then we had one tomato plant right next to the thing. That plant was started every single year and lasted the entire year, because we'd just take one down. It was a cherry tomato. Put it in. Truth.
It's a secret recipe, though.
Old ancient family recipe. Brendan goes, all these foods Ryan won't eat, and now he's like, give me a donut with pepperoni on it. Fair criticism. However, I'd like to point out that many of the foods I don't like to eat are slathered in sauce.
Gravy is a sauce. Sauces aren't dressings, and marinades are early to the party.
Good thing there's no sauce associated with pizza.
Well, in this instance, we're having a donut pepperoni cheese thing. No sauce. It'd be dry. At least it's not vanilla.
Vanilla, a waste of calories.
Quiet, have pizza and a salad is the recommendation from Austin. Quiet says, Quiet goes, yeah, there we go. All the foods of the pyramid. Pizza and salad could probably get you pretty far. Keith Anthony says pineapple on pizza with a little bit of a suspect emote. What's the go-to pizza brand? I know your answer.
My go-to's Domino's. If we're talking like big brand pizza, the fast food pizza industry, but by like a slight margin, just because you have to have a default, and that's only because I worked at Domino's. But I like them all. Papa Murphy's, Pizza Hut, Domino's. They all have their place.
Papa Murphy's has one of the low-key best pepperoni pizzas.
It's pretty good.
The only thing that would make it better, Sean, is if they had like those curled up pepperonis.
The curled up pepperonis are good. I'm gonna have some curled up pepperonis for lunch.
Jealous. I have to go to the dentist today. And when I go to the dentist, it's in a place I used to live. And so I don't go there very often. And so I am obligated to get a breakfast burrito from one of my favorite breakfast burrito places. So I probably actually won't have pizza on National Pizza Day. Unless.
You should have pizza on National Pizza Day.
Unless I come over to your house.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to make pizza happen for dinner.
Damn it.
Also, I'm gonna be rushing out of here. I have a flight to catch.
Fine. We don't want to hang out with you anyway.
Well, fine.
Are you going to leave Bear in charge while you're gone?
I usually don't have much of a choice. Bear just kind of fills the spot whether he's invited or not.
Quiet said goal, I did a healthy wage type thing, so if I get under 200 pounds by June, I get a payout. Well, there's motivation for you. Congratulations. That's like
Nice.
Laugh and Get Rich Day. They sell what at Trader Joe's? Oh, the bagel season.
Everything but the bagel.
Yeah, that stuff's good.
It's a good name too.
Austin, I want Pizza Hut so bad. Pizza Hut is so gross, but I love it. Don't ask me how they make the pan pizzas. Good. It's time for sports. Yesterday, your Arkansas Razorbacks knocked off number 1 Auburn, 80-76 in men's college basketball.
What an upset.
Chance that you didn't know about your Arkansas Razorbacks. What else is going on? The Indiana Pacers going to look different. The Sacramento Kings received an all-star. This was a trade, a 6-player trade that happened on Tuesday. Domantas Sabonis to Sacramento Tyrese Halliburton goes to the Pacers. The Kings will also get Justin Holiday, Jeremy Lamb, and a second-round pick. The Pacers get Buddy Hield and Tristan Thompson. Washington Wizards will be without Bradley Beal. And your Portland Trailblazers, as we mentioned, traded C.J. McCollum yesterday. So. Contract extension for Colorado Rockies manager Bud Black, 2 wins shy of becoming the 66th manager in Major League history to win 1,000 games. And your New York Mets are bringing back Old Timers Day this year for the first time since 1994, if there is a season, writes the Associated Press. Tuesday, the team said it will host an Old Timers game before the Mets play Colorado. August 17th, former players will be introduced. The team had eliminated Old Timers Day when the team was co-owned by Fred Wilpon and Nelson Doubleday and did not attempt to restore it under the ownership of the families, which began in 2002. This must have been like a big deal for it to be brought up in an Associated Press story.
That's what it sounds like.
Do you like when like minor league baseball players or teams will bring in like a random Major League Baseball player, even if that person like didn't have anything to do with the team? Where it's like, come on down to Dennis Eckersley night.
I'm not opposed to it, but it doesn't generally get me excited for anything.
The minor league team nearest to my home growing up was the Dodgers, so they were part of the Dodgers organization. And they brought in Tommy Lasorda, and that one makes sense, right? Because Tommy Lasorda was a pretty legendary manager for your Los Angeles Dodgers. I ended up talking to Tommy for like 5 good minutes. It was super cool and fun, especially as like I think it was like 10 probably, maybe 12. But yeah, when it's like, I mean, Dennis Eckersley played for a variety of teams, but I'm assuming he didn't play for the Rockies because I think he was done by the time the Rockies showed up. So could you imagine Colorado being like, hey, come on down to Dennis Eckersley night at Coors Field? Yeah. Last but not least, your scores from yesterday. Your Portland Trailblazers lost 113-95 in Portland to the Orlando Magic. Magic's 13th win of the year. And the defending champion Milwaukee Bucks beat your Los Angeles Lakers 131-116. So I'm really
Trailblazers. It's hard being a Trailblazers fan.
I'm really enjoying saying your.
I think people have caught on.
More than I think I thought I would. Really enjoyable. Tonight, your Calgary Flames play the Vegas Golden Knights. So.
Is that in Vegas?
Kind of. It's in Calgary. The Vegas of the North.
Kind of.
Honestly, even in Alberta, Edmonton has a better chance to be the Vegas of the North because they have that mall. Ugh. What fun. All right, next hour, we'll play community games. We will also have the Gaming Morning Show, Morning Gaming Renews, clip of the day, and takeaways that were pretty okay. We are so excited that you are along with us for the ride. Big thanks again to Dexter Adams of The Gamer for joining us, and I'm happy that we were able to hear from Dexter, even though we couldn't get the video working. Tomorrow, Kim Chica will join us to guest host, so that's exciting. Miss Thea will be with us for all 3 hours on Friday, so lots to come your way with Gaming Morning Show this week. So stick around. All that stuff is on the way next hour on this edition of Gaming Morning Show. Sean and Hefty on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and at gamingmorningshow.tv.
Tell your friends, tell your mom, Gaming Morning Show is on 6 to 9 a.m. Pacific. If you wanna get specific, come Monday through Friday and sometimes after dark. The daily theme with a question mark. We got gaming news and sports and Bob. Hefty, Austin, Mike, and Sean, the heartthrob. I couldn't imagine any other place to go than to start the day with the Gaming Morning Show.
Coming up on Gaming Morning Show, community games, and GMS Morning Gaming Renews. Get ready for your takeaways that were pretty okay, and the clip of the day. All ahead on Gaming Morning Show. Time for hour number 3, right now.
Morning, gamer. It's Gaming Morning Show, and it is the Wednesday edition, February 9th, 2022. I'm Hefty Goof. That is sports.gaming. We are online on Twitter at WatchGMS. Thank you for being here on this National Pizza Day. You looked so serious for a second, and it cracked me up. No. I could read your captions, but I couldn't hear you. I don't know what's going on today. We're having the oddest day of the day. And on all of the days of the day to have an issue, and that's National Pizza Day.
A holiday.
Hey,
we should be celebrating.
What a weird day. What a weird day we're having today.
I changed to nothing.
Oh no, I don't think it was on your end. I think it's the what's Theo's thing? Mercury rising or something?
Close enough.
Yeah, like what a bizarre day. What a bizarre day. Anyway, what were you saying? Official serious face?
Yeah, we were. This was serious news. This is no fun on this show.
Do you want to have a serious face off? That was the most serious face-off since Nick Cage and John Travolta.
Which one are you?
I don't know what to base this off of because I don't really remember. I think John Travolta was the bad guy, right?
It depends which face was he wearing.
I think I would be close. I gotta go closer probably to Nick Cage because I'm the one who all of a sudden just was like, wah! Right?
It is an interesting concept because they each got to play a good guy and a bad guy at different parts of the movie.
So yesterday, on Sean's counter in his kitchen, one of his kids had a book called Bad Guys. So I grabbed the book and I held it up to my face and I looked at him and Sports Talk Wife and I go, duh. I just want to let it sit for 40 seconds and see if anybody is
I'm gonna go back to
dying
the
of
serious
laughter.
face.
I kind of went slightly into like the model face thing. Smile without your eyes. No. What is that?
Yeah, I forget what it was.
It's smile. The smile. Oh no, smot. No. And that says stop smiling. It's smile with your eyes, just the eyes, no teeth. Smile with your eyes, not your mouth. Smile with your eyes. It's like smile with your eyes, and then stop smiling. Yeah. Smile. Lift your... Yeah, let's try this. Let's try this. Ready? We rehearsed this. You were here for the rehearsal, I remember. So, smile. Raise your eyes. Stop smiling. There's your model face. The first 10 minutes of this show's current hour will be sent in for our Emmy reel. So, early contender for clip of the year. Thank goodness that they always remember your most recent work as opposed to the stuff that happened in January and February.
Yeah, can we do something early in the year that just like disqualifies us for clip of the year?
We're completely out now. It's kind of a train wreck show. What a fun time. Thank you for being here. In all honesty, though, it's time to say hi to the one, the only.
Welcome in, Final Hour crew.
The Final Hour crew is here. Keith Anthony this morning, Quiet I'm Gaming, Pickle Feets.
Hello, FHC.
Says you were a natural smizer.
I work on my smizing all the time.
Are you the heat smizer? Or the cold smizer?
John Travolta.
This is the Friday show, right?
It's my Friday.
Wow. Dungeon Master KJ said was lurking, but still here, and it's great. I love it when KJ's not able to resist the unlurk.
Hello, FHC.
Smile with your eyes, not your mouth. I still don't remember what it is, and I figured I'd know it after watching 38,000 TikToks. Quiet I Am Gaming, as I mentioned. Hey, it's Brendan_TTV. Ambassador of the Final Hour crew is here. Keith Anthony said, I mean, that jingle was amazing. That was from the one, the only Superphonic. Kate Zaid is here. Good moron to you, Kate. It is good to see you. Thank you for hanging out with us. And everybody, including K-Laugh, who makes Gaming Morning Show possible. We appreciate you being with us tonight, 4:45 p.m. Pacific Time. Please join us for GMS After Dark with Look, It's Mike O. Today, I've been invited on to talk along with Udry, Maintaining Mediocrity, about NFL logos. The artist and the football fan. It's a subtitle of the show.
It's perfect.
Also, today is National Pizza Day, so we're asking what is the best pizza. To summarize, I am a big fan of Italian sausage and bacon. It was pepperoni and bacon for a good amount of time, but now I'm telling you, like, Italian sausage and bacon, it's a winning combination.
It's pretty tasty.
And red onions on pizza, for some reason, are just my jam right now. So,
Pretty good too.
do you like olives on pizza?
Mm-mm. No.
They're not good.
No, they're not my favorite.
I don't really even like olives, to be honest.
Yeah. Black olives in general. Not a huge fan.
Hello,
What's nice about
FHC.
olives on pizza though is they're very obvious. So they're easy to pick off or avoid.
Oh, that is true. And I will admit, like, a lot of times you get a pizza heavy with black olives, and there'll be just an S-ton of them, okay? And I can pick around enough of them to get to the point where it's like, okay, this is fine. Don't love it, but it's fine, as opposed to being like, I can't eat this because it has this on it. So. Hello, FHC2. Look, it's Mike O, who said, best pizza is Ray's Original Pizza in New York City on Prince Street. Also says, you get the one with pepperoni on a slice that's huge. Is it bigger than Sean's Big Deck?
That'd be a big pizza.
Is it the king bed of pizzas? Somehow yesterday on Austin Attack stream, got into a discussion about king beds versus non-king beds. Wow. That was a stack.
Yep.
We had one instance just a second ago where I tried to hit a ball that was above your head. Someone tapped it away, and I ended up hitting you as hard as I would have the ball. Sent you flying.
I felt it.
Keith goes, I always go for a create pizza. What about anchovies on pizza? To which, of course, our Scrapple-loving friend, Calaf.
Not a chance I'm eating Scrapple.
Said, I love choves. I don't think Calaf has been with the show for a year yet. Because, of course, as you know, National Pizza Day happens every year. But I feel like choves, when we gave birth to Calaf saying choves, I think that happened at least a year ago. So what I'm trying to say is choves is so much of my vernacular now because of Calaf that it feels like it's been over a year since I heard that. Also, I apologize for my gameplay.
Yeah.
Gaming Morning Show is your morning radio show that plays games. Gameplay, quality gameplay is not guaranteed.
See store for details. Brenda goes, this is true. My husband loves olives on pizza, and I always got to pick some off. There's just too many of them.
Get in there. Get in there. Get in there. So close.
Dun 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 dun. That's low rider. That's slow rider.
Slow rider.
Isn't the word fast in there? Like, doesn't go too fast now. I swear that's in that song. Mike O says so much bigger than the Big Deck. Yes, agreed. Biggest of pizzas.
You know what they say about a big deck.
Having Ray's New York style pizza, or New York City pizza, or whatever the hell it is, you know, the one on Prince Street, on Sean's Big Deck is the best of both worlds. KJ says hubby's standard is pepperoni, black olives, and diced tomato. I do like a good fresh tomato, diced or sliced, on a pizza. I'm fine with that. I do think it's even better when, like, that's a good way to have the chicken barbecue type ones that I rarely have.
Mm-hmm.
But when I do, I drink Dos Equis. Oh, Danny's here. Good morning to you, Danny. It's good to see you on Gaming Morning Show. Thank you for being part of the Final Hour crew.
Hello, FHC.
It's because Austin Attack 12, wanted to give Grandma a big bed, but Mike was saying Grandma will beep herself and not be able to get out. Mike, that's your legitimate... Well, listen, Mike does work with seniors, so... maybe that's a bigger concern than I ever imagined. That kind of feels like something that Mike would just say, but again, Mike has an area of expertise that I don't know if I could dispute.
True.
But you have a California King?
Yeah. Yep. I'm a big fan.
California King.
Yeah, we when we got our new bed set and mattress, which we were using the same like bed rails and mattress from like our college days. So it was not great. We finally upgraded. And when it's time to upgrade, we had to decide what we wanted. And I have always wanted a California King because I'm tall. And so that's what we got. And it was the first bed I've been able to sleep on where my feet aren't like all cramped up at the bottom. And it makes me very happy.
Doug scored. Surprisingly, us being brothers-in-law, we have the same mother-in-law, and had been known to buy pretty high-quality stuff. And so we still actually have the bed frame from my wife's childhood. It is holding up. To the point where I'm actually genuinely surprised. Even though this isn't Thursday, this feels like a Thursday with cursed energy, according to Brendan. This final hour especially, this final hour on Wednesday is brought to you by Thursday on Gaming Morning Show. What a weird day. What a weird day. Danny says, I was saying everyone deserves a big bed. And Mike was like, not if they can't get out. It was a fun discussion. I mean, I will admit that, like, sleeping in a king bed definitely feels like you have to roll and roll and roll to get out of the bed.
That's why I like the California King. Not as wide.
Oh, I didn't realize that. I thought it was the same width as a king, but longer.
Yeah, so king size is the same length as a queen, just wider. And then a California King is between a queen and a king in terms of width, but it's longer. And it's glorious.
I'm ready for my takeaway. That was pretty okay. Just a sec. Thank you. Someone pointed out it was Quiet Time Gaming. Doug scored, and it was assisted by Nick. Nick assisted the goal. Yeah. Look, it's Michael. Old people and Danny DeVito cannot have a giant bed because at night, if they have to go to the bathroom, they'll get stuck or lost and end up making beep in the bed. $8:20 West Coast, $11:20 out East. It's $4:20 for those watching GMS in the UK. GMS Weekend Edition is Sundays at 7 a.m. Pacific Time. It's a 1-hour weekly show hosted by Chris, me, and Austin Attack. Please join us coming up Sunday at 7 a.m. Pacific Time. Keith said, I have a bed with a push of a button. A TV comes out the bottom headrest. That's cool. How do I get one of those? Although I think an optimal place for a bedroom television on the ceiling.
You know, have you ever been to a restaurant? I feel like I've been to Red Robin where this happens, and they have a TV in the floor underneath some glass.
Yeah.
You should do that in the ceiling. Have glass with a TV like set inside the ceiling. It would look super cool. I don't know why that extra step. It seems completely unnecessary. But so does this TV on the ceiling, so let's go for it.
I'm in favor. I actually am going to the dentist today, as I mentioned, and this office I've been with for a very long time, and in fact went back to after trying to switch to another one. And in that brief moment when I had switched to another one, I went to one where they clean your teeth, but there's a TV on the ceiling, and it was great, but I didn't like the dentist as much. So. Choices. KJ says, I feel like my queen bed is very large. Yeah, I'm the same way. But again, I've slept on a king too, and yeah, just roll and roll. Brendan's with you has a California king. It's awesome. So. Kikilo, we got a king when we moved and decided it was too small, so we upgraded to a super king. Super still takes all the covers. Quiet. His name isn't King Phonic. Lol. Hey, guess what I just found?
What's that?
Well, I was out running around on the internet, and I stumbled across a website called Google Feud. And they have a game that we can play called Google Feud. It actually, they've changed some things again, and now there's a question of the day. Y'all ready for this? Dun 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 dun. This new Google Feud song. Dun 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 dun. Y'all ready? It's a movie about. So we have to guess, and we only get 4 guesses, so this is very similar to the original Google Feud. But this one's the question of the day. So it's more special than the non-question of the day version. I also have a follow-up question. If we happen to get all 10 of these correct, do we keep playing, or is that the only one we get to play?
It is the question of the day. Not the questions of the day.
I also had a thought, Fulfillment's finishing up the final touches on the new version of Google Feud. They're probably months away. I was wondering, would us playing Wordle on stream be fun, or would that annoy people because we'd solved the Wordle for the day?
Yeah, I don't think that'd be as fun.
Okay. All right. So what you're saying is Google Feud is more fun than other games we can play.
There are things worse than Google Feud. Yes.
Got him. Really? Kalaf is voting movie about wolves, which is a great callback to yesterday's show. We were wrong.
So that's it. We failed. We never get to do it again.
We get 3 more guesses. Man, this is so hard. Downs goes, wolves that are friendly to humans may be a cartoon. Balto doesn't count, by the way.
Movies about Balto.
Oh, should I type wolves that are friendly?
I think that's what he wanted. That was all his guess.
What else we got? Any other guesses?
Looks like Keith with war, Downs with aliens, Kiki with love, Brendan with space. We could just go down the line.
This game is stupid.
Wow.
Movie about Kurt Warner, Serena Williams, Sean Payton, school shooting, tsunami, Williams sisters, Lucille Ball, COVID, road rage, and Emmett Till. Ooh, look!
Man.
We can share our results. What fun!
Do it. Share them.
This game is silly. All right, I'm gonna get up the word search, and then I promise we'll figure out the rest of it later. What a fun snack! Ooh, what's word race? Ooh, compete against your friends in the word search arena. Look, as Michael said, this Google Feud's even worse than the other one.
Yep.
It wasn't good.
It wasn't great.
All right, let's go to the arena, shall we? Do you have an arena theme song for us?
Yep.
Okay, good, because I wasn't ready anyway. So. All right, this is called Word Race. Race.
Wait, here we go. Arena. Arena. There you go.
Arena. Oh, that was funny. Wiener Arena. All right. Oh yeah, this is great. All right. What's asking here? We're gonna explore this together, chat. So our character is disguised sheriff.
Uh-huh. It's a good disguise.
Okay, so we hit start. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna click play random opponents, but there's a thing that says create match. So we could have been playing against each other, chat. All right, here we go. Oh my goodness. Gotta kind of shrink this side a little bit.
Oh, wow.
All right, help me. Oh no, we don't have a grid. This isn't gonna work well. Oh no, we're losing.
We're gonna lose.
Someone yell a word.
Uh-oh.
This is
I got a
hard.
bad feeling about this.
Oh, and you can go like sideways and which ways
Yep.
and
Yep. It's like the Walkavator of word searches.
oh, help me. They're so good. They're getting all of them. Pete on the east. Oh no, we lost.
I like how it highlighted you in red just to make sure you're aware of which one you are.
I'm
And
the
that you
loser.
lost.
We have 0 points.
I think we found a game worse than Google Feud. Congratulations.
Well, you know, probably not one of those ones you just jump right into. So. We are the champions, my friend. KJ, this is not a good game for a stream, in my opinion. I echo your opinion. It isn't worse. It is ineffective. Google Feud is still terrible. Wow.
Google Feud.
What a way to send you off.
It's a good way to finish the week.
Yeah. All right. There you go. Sean will be back on Monday. Sean's going to go and eat all the food for us.
That's right.
Oh, yeah. And
It's
you're
delicious.
learning stuff, too.
Theoretically.
Are you actually considering a live look-in?
We'll see.
Okay.
See how the next couple days go, but I do have a phone that has Discord, so.
So may or may not be the last time we see Sean. So
It's a meester.
tomorrow, Jenny will fill in for Sean. So excited for that. Theo on Friday. Goodbye, Sean.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye, Sean. Goodbye. Goodbye. Sean's gone. It's just me now. Kind of sad. It's cold in here and there's wolves. It's always hard when you're by yourself. You didn't think that that would be the case. You thought that a friend of yours would be there forever, but unfortunately he has to go develop his professionalism. So you just sit here by yourself, just you and your orange backdrop. Your Dr. Squatch soap. This pine tar smells like loneliness. Makes me think of Sean. I always read the notes on the back. It says Doc's notes. Lather up this cold processed soap and scrub down daily. Great for all skin types. Dr. Squatch. Those are the words that Sean said to me the first time we met. I miss you, Sean. I miss you. 8:31 West Coast time, 11:31 out east, 4:31 for those watching GMS in the UK. KJ said, "Did you find the Arturo vid?" No, Arturo's not here yet. It's still sideways Neko Ghost jump. Fulfillments on it, so we should have Arturo's video back no later than a couple weeks from now. So Keith says, I see a Starbucks travel cup. Yes, so these are both Starbucks cups. I use the reusables. This is my coffee cup. It's doubled because despite these being supposedly like not burn your hand thick, it still burns my hand. Maybe my coffee's too hot. And then yes, this is my water. So I couldn't find my clear water cups. Never mind, it's right here. So problem solved. Did you find the Arturo by yourself? 18 viewers in chat. Well, I didn't. I mean, over on this side of this screen, this side, I'm by myself. I mean, I've always got the final hour crew, and that's important.
Hello, FHC.
Pickle, is Sean's last name Squatch? Didn't you know that? Yeah. Why do you think we keep talking about Dr. Squatch soap? I mean, Sean's good at everything, including making soap. Yeah. This one has a saponified oils. Saponified? Saponified.
It was Sasquatch.
So there you go. I have soap. Thanks, Austin. I appreciate it. No one tells Scott Chick. Okay, that'll be our little secret. So if Scott Chick shows up and finds out we don't have the video, we'll be okay. So.
You said we could never be strong, but our hearts are golden and connected as one. Through lonely days, we got better as they came. We are electrolytes flowing in rain. We are electrolytes, taking your breath away.
All right, it is 8:34 West Coast time. Let's give you a story. At this hour, let's see what we're tracking. Look, it's Maiko has taken a full vacation day, so we don't have Mike in the studio. Here's what we're tracking at this hour. We told you earlier in the show a story of Dylan, who's 8 years old, secretly put a book on a shelf in a library, and that book ended up now on a wait list of 135 different people to check out, and may actually end up getting published. That was according to Ben Hooper of UPI. Jack Guy of CNN told us about the English pub that is closing. The Old Fighting Cocks in St. Albans, just north of London, has been in business since 793 AD, and according to its website, now it has closed its doors, quote, after a sustained period of extremely challenging trading conditions. But this story comes to you from Sarah Santora of Newsweek. It's about a zoo that's hired a Marvin Gaye impersonator for a very specific reason. A conservation park in Stafford, England, has hired a Marvin Gaye impersonator to help a population of endangered monkeys, quote, get it on. The Trentham Monkey Forest stated in a news release that has hired David Largy. David Largy, a highly experienced love song guru, is going to be serenading a Barbary macaws. Macaques? These are monkeys, not birds, right? Macaws is a bird. Anyway, whatever type of animals these are, they're hoping they could, quote, boost the monkey love during the mating season. The Barbary Macaque Awareness and Conservation Group, a UK nonprofit, says that they're native to Algeria and Morocco, and sadly, due to deforestation and illegal pet trades, the population has dwindled in recent decades. So they're trying to solve the problem at the Trentham Monkey Forest. Right now, 8,000 individuals are left in the wild. Quote, the loss of significant numbers of whatever this monkey is can have wide repercussions throughout the ecosystem, said the director of the IUCN Center for Mediterranean Cooperation on the IUCN's website. We thought it could be a creative way to encourage our females to show a little affection to males that might not have been so lucky in love, park directors release said. Macaque? And what? The Barbary macaque? What are we doing, chat? That's how you spell macaque? I think I just discovered my least favorite monkey. My gosh. That's what we're tracking at this hour on Gaming Morning Show. Barbary macaque. Hello, Hobo Toes. Thank you for being here for this edition of Gaming Morning Show.
Hello, FHC.
You're here for the final hour crew. We are a morning radio show that plays games. We're asking today, National Pizza Day, what's the best pizza? I'm going Canadian bacon and pineapple sometimes. I'm going Italian sausage and real bacon sometimes. I'm open to a lot of options, so. Pretty soon, though, I'm going to borrow a dead Barbary macaque. See if it wants to be on a pizza. I don't like that name. I'm mad at that name now. I hope they find love and save the species and all that. Gosh, that makes me mad. But Hoboto said, give me a sock puppet. Hello, please, love you. Oh, yeah, when I was doing these things. I'm a Barbary macaque. Let's get it on. Oh, let's get it on. There you go. That's the best I can do. As I say, I don't have any sock puppets. I have the GMS Puppet Pals that we use for GMS Puppet Pals Mad Libs Theater, which might be on a little bit of long hiatus. So excited to have a chance to have our next show where a bunch of us are all together. But we do have the GMS Puppet Pals Mad Libs Theater playlist on our YouTube page, youtube.com/gamingmorningshow. I think Pickles here. It says Hawaiian with pickled jalapenos is best. Sports Talk Gaming does like a good pizza with jalapenos on it. But then asks, was your hand just singing Let's Get It On to you? No, it was singing it to you, chat. Also, to the Barbary macaques. Never been more mad at a wildlife name in history of my life. Yeah, I don't understand why it had to suck so much. That was a horrible name. Hobotos, I hope you're doing pretty okay on Pizza Day, though. It sounds like Kate Zaid has not confirmed with us yet if Kate's going to actually have pizza for lunch, because that's typically the way Gaming Morning Show goes down, is we have a topic like National Pizza Day, and then everybody makes their lunch plans accordingly.
What's for breakfast?
So if you are having pizza, especially if it's pizza on a bagel, we are interested. Yeah, Downs said, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening either. I think it's going to be a little bit difficult not having Sean for a couple of days. I won't know what to do with myself. What I can tell you, though, is tonight I am excited for GMS After Dark. We are going to be doing an NFL logo tier list. So we're going to be, I assume, taking all of the NFL logos, of which there are 32, and I assume we're only doing current logos, but maybe we'll throw in some throwback logos. And we are going to rank them on a tier list. And I will admit that it'll be very tough, but your Denver Broncos will not be getting an S tier logo vote from me. Which is always tough, but alas, they don't deserve it. It's not an S tier logo. So, spoilers. Keith says, National Pizza Day, have pizza for dinner. What happens when it's Happy Hump Day? You eat camels for dinner, because camels have humps. Any other questions I can solve for you, Keith? Pizza will not be happening in the Meowster house this week. We're committed to not eating out or delivery this February, except for tonight for anniversary dinner. Well, I hope you have a very wonderful anniversary dinner. Although, if you're having anniversary dinner tonight and that's your only exception to this rule, I mean, why not a delicious pizza? Nothing says, hey, we've been together a while, than pizza. By the way, that's also the National Pizza Delivery lobby's slogan is pizza. We've been together a while. But happy anniversary. We have the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming Renews coming up after this. And then we'll have takeaways that were pretty okay and clip of the day. So let us know something that you learned from the show. Mostly because I did not choose the restaurant, the Hubs did. And, quote, the rents are taking us up. Well, that's nice of the parents. Oh, that is a very unfortunate collision. Whew. We saved it, though. Yeah, Quiet did point out that earlier we were talking about the disclaimer. Gaming Morning Show, a morning radio show that plays games.
Quality of gameplay is not guaranteed.
And then I immediately ran into somebody head on. I am the orange team. I just want everyone to know that, because sometimes there's some confusion with my car selection, because as you can see right now, speaking of NFL logos, I am the Denver Broncos car. And that comes in only orange. So often there's confusion about which team I'm on. Today I am on, this particular game, I am on the orange team, not the blue team. Orange. The fun part about having Jenny on tomorrow to guest host is Jenny has also not played Rocket League, so it'll be a lot like when we first had Austin playing Rocket League. Who else have we had on that's never played Rocket League before? I honestly can't remember if we have had anyone else who hasn't played Rocket League other than Austin, but I'm sure I'm making that up. Hey, it's 8:45 on the West Coast. Thank you for being along with us for the ride. This is Gaming Morning Show, and tonight's GMS After Dark, as we mentioned, 4:45 p.m. Pacific Time. And our latest YouTube video is out as well. It's an interview with Victor Burgos of Neko Ghost Jump, which is a game that came out earlier this year. It was probably late January, and it's really cool because it's a 2D, 3D type game. Earlier today, we had our interview about 7 Toys to Life games with Dexter Curtis Adams of the Gamer. Dexter was great to hold on with us as we went from video to a phone interview, but what we learned was some information about Toys to Life games that we didn't know existed. And if you want to check out the article, 7 Toys to Life games that you never knew existed, you can click there for the Gamer article. We also learned a little bit about Pokemon Legends Arceus and some of the new Pokemon that are out with that game. Brendan goes, oh my gosh, you're making Kim Chica play Rocket League? That will be a delight. It will. Be sure to check out Jenny on Twitch. Whoops. That's how you can find Kim Chica. Not streaming this week, but we'll be back like likely to the normal schedule next week. Twitch.tv/KimChica. So, other folks who are streaming in the chat today, that is, hey, it's Brendan_TTV. You can find Brendan streaming on Thursday. And then, I am JF Downs. Has a new Sunday variety show. Kate Zaid was streaming yesterday and will be streaming again on Saturday. So, some of the other folks who are streaming in the chat today. We also were able to enjoy the Clip ME annual Clip of the Year show because we were fortunate enough to win Clip of the Year. And this Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific time is the best show on the internet, is the Clip ME show. And that'll be on at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Quite one of these days, I'm going to get back to streaming. Well, until then, you can be Best Supporting Actor for Gaming Morning Show as you were during the wonderful Hocus Pocus and GMS Halloween event. That was a lot of fun. All right, today is National Toothache Day, National Read in the Bathtub Day, National Cut the Cord Day, National Bagel and Lox Day, and Chocolate Day. The question I had at the top of the show was I didn't understand which one was picked first. So today's National Pizza Day. Again, we're asking what your favorite pizza is. What I don't understand is you know, Mike's pointed out this a bajillion times, that to get a day of the day, you just have to pay for a day of the day. And I want to know if someone looked at this registry from the pizza group and was like, oh, today's the perfect day for pizza day. Oh, wait, chocolate day is on there. Maybe we should hold off because chocolate day is kind of a big deal. Maybe we'd get more press if we were up against Pecan Day or something, right? Or maybe Chocolate Day was looking at the list and was like, oh, pizza's on there. Maybe we should do... But no, that didn't clearly happen because today is National Pizza Day and Chocolate Day. I don't get it. I don't get it. When will we get that recording of Hocus Pocus? Well, Fulfillment is working really hard. Recently, we gave away over $60 in games from our GMS Fulfillment Appreciation Name of the Month giveaway that included games from July of 2021, a game from 2021. So, we gave that away last week. Carry the one. I mean, we'll probably have something from October no later than May. Not bad. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Congratulations again to Hofbrew for winning Clone Drone in the Danger Zone. Fa-ting! Tales of Creeping Madness. Honey, I joined a cult. Aliens drive me crazy. Deer Simulator, your average everyday deer game. And one hand clapping. Congratulations. KJ asks, Fulfillment could hire a contractor. That's true. True. I'll bring that up in our next Fulfillment meeting. This is from nationaldaycalendar.com. We love our pizzas, and they come in so many varieties too. As we nosh on our favorite, explore a few pizza facts. Pepperoni is the most popular pizza at 36% of all pies ordered. And over 3 billion pizzas are sold in the United States each year. Add another 1 billion on frozen pizzas. And I like Sean's... It's not my takeaway. That's pretty okay, although we need to get those from you here in a second, chat. But Sean's phrase, every pizza has its place, was brilliant. Because I actually like a good frozen pizza in ways that I also enjoy a fresh, pizza from Domino's or something, right? So I'm pretty okay with pizza in all of its shapes and forms. In the United States, 17% of all restaurants are pizzerias, believe it or not. So, yeah, whole bunch of them. There you go. That is your pizza facts from nationaldaycalendar.com. Get ready for your takeaways that were pretty okay. What is something you learned from today's gaming morning show? And we'll share that with you in just a little bit. Okay. Right now it's time for the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming Re-News. This is a recap of the video game headlines of the day. We do this every single show in the 6 o'clock hour, and if you missed any of it, check us out on Twitter and search #GMSMorningGamingNews. This is how you find us on Twitter at WatchGMS. Here are the headlines from the one, the only Sports.Gaming. PlayStation 5 system update brings new features to Party Chat, according to Anna Diaz of Polygon. This is, well, also an update for PlayStation 4, which wasn't in the headline, but what they've done is they've changed some of the Party Chat functionality. I believe Sean said about you can join a Party Chat if it's open, so you can also close them, but if there's an open one, you can hop in without being invited and some things. That is from Polygon. Ghost of Tsushima Sucker Punch is patched in a new Horizon Forbidden West inspired armor, according to Wesley LeBlanc of Game Informer. You can see higher up in the chat, above where Brendan says, fulfillment looks like those scenes in Castaway with Wilson the volleyball. True. The Horizon Forbidden West GMS Plays is going to debut on February 17th. This is really exciting because Sean is going to play the game live a week from tomorrow. And then we'll have a YouTube exclusive series for Horizon Forbidden West that you can find on our YouTube page. And it's going to be a lot of fun because the Far Cry series continues. Out now as YouTube exclusive GMS Plays Far Cry 6 Episode 25. So if you haven't already, please go over there and check it out. But yeah, there's a new Horizon Forbidden West inspired armor inside Ghost of Tsushima. So, and then Michael McWhorter of Polygon has a new Nintendo Direct live stream that's coming later today. Sean always cautions us that can mean a lot of great new surprising announcements, or it might be just like an hour's long talk about one game. So I don't know what to expect, but you can check that out coming up today. Out today, Unbound Worlds Apart, PS5 and PS4. Backbone out today for Switch, not the controller for your mobile phone. El Gancho for Switch, Action Arcade Wrestling for Switch, and Letters, a written adventure for Switch and PC. I like to consider that a formal version of the game that we played just about 23 minutes ago. That was Letters, a written adventure. Our name of the morning, Diplomacy, is not an option, out today for PC.
Hashtag GMS name of the morning.
All right, there you go. That is your Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming News Renews. Thank you for being here for that. If you're watching on Twitch, we're going to send you somewhere after the show is over. We also have our Billy Thundergun Award coming up in just a little bit. For right now, Bob, if you would please take us to Clip of the Day.
Seriously? Can't any of you do anything yourself? Like for real? I just have this tiny box. I never get shown in it anyway. Whatever. Fine, here it is. It's the Clip of the Day. Toot toot!
Early contender for Clip of the Year. Thank goodness that they always remember your most recent work as opposed to the stuff that happened in January and February.
Yeah, can we do something early in the year that just like disqualifies us for Clip of the Year?
We're completely out now. It's kind of a train wreck show. What a fun time. Thank you for being here. In all honesty, though, it's time to say hi to the one, the only.
Welcome in, Final Hour crew.
The Final Hour crew is here. Keith Anthony this morning, Quiet I'm Gaming, Pickle Feets.
Hello, FHC.
Says you were a natural smizer.
I work on my smizing all the time.
Are you the heat smizer? Or the cold smizer?
John Travolta.
Man, that was a wild ride that we went down. Wild ride. The heat smizer or the cold smizer. One of the two. So. Huh. What are your takeaways that are pretty okay, chat? What a weird day. What a weird day. Sean goes, aggressive toots. That is so true. Bob gets so huffy when Bob has to send us to Clip of the Day. Like, incredibly huffy. So, yeah. Wow, what a day. What a day, in fact. Yeah, thanks for being here. We'll be back tomorrow. Kim Chica will be here to to guest host. So very excited about that. Chris M.E. is here. Good morning to you, Chris M.E. It is good to see you. Thank you for hanging out with us. I'm looking. We are going to just go to an old friend. 2D Curry. 2D Curry is typically very helpful in helping us find our name of the morning. Often 2D Curry is playing our name of the morning. So right now today is playing Diplomacy is Not an Option. So we're going to send you over there if you're watching on Twitch to say good morning from GMS. What are your takeaways that are pretty okay? What is something you learned from today's show? Billy Thundergun award goes to somebody who had a very outstanding show. Somebody who came through and made a lot of contributions to the course of the show. Here's what I'm going to give it to.
Billy Thundergun, Teammate of the Match Award.
I'm going to give it to Sean, which is not necessarily in the spirit of the award, but I'm seeing all these things about Ween Arena, and Sean came through with Ween Arena. So that made me happy. So congratulations to Sports.Gaming, today's Billy Thundergun Teammate of the Match Award. Takeaway that's pretty okay from KJ, TV on the ceiling is a great idea. Yes, especially at the dentist's office. Pretty okay. Chris M.E. good morning, as I might have mentioned. I remember seeing you for a second, but I don't remember if I said hi to you. So Chris M.E., Mayor of the Internet.
Mayor of the Internet.
Is here. Said Google Feud is always going to stink. Not the new version, when fulfillment gets on it. Cannot wait. Cannot wait. And then Caleb says Scrapple Pizza. Scrapple.
Not a chance I'm eating Scrapple.
Mine is a California king bed is not as wide as a king bed is. It's just longer. It's something I learned from today's show. All right, we'll do it again tomorrow. Big thanks again to Dexter for joining us from thegamer.com. We'll see you tomorrow. Guest host Kim Chica. Until then, for Austin, for Mike, for Sean, I am Hefty Goof. Have a great rest of your Wednesday. And thank you for being here. Gaming Morning Show. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter. GamingMorningShow.tv.